In 1993, Octavia Butler envisioned a near-future United States that was crumbling under the weight of climate disasters, inequality, and political unrest. Her novel, Parable of the Sower, set in the 2020s, feels less like fiction and more like prophecy. Today, Los Angeles and the United States as a whole mirror many of the challenges she wrote about. Let's explore how Butler's dystopian vision resonates with our present reality, and where hope might lie. Butler's Southern California is a place ravaged by drought, extreme heat, and wildfires where water is a luxury and environmental protections are non-existent. In 2025, her imagined Los Angeles is parched, its residents struggling to survive amid environmental collapse. Today, we see these same struggles. California battles record-breaking droughts, devastating wildfires, and water scarcity. With climate change turning Butler's fiction into reality, as the planet warms, the consequences Butler warned us about are no longer a distant threat. They're here. In Parable of the Sower, the gap between rich and poor is as stark as the walls that separate gated communities from the desperation outside. Homelessness is rampant, and survival is a daily battle. Today, Los Angeles mirrors this division. The city has one of the largest homeless populations in the country, while luxury high-rises continue to be built. Rising rents, gentrification, and economic inequality are tearing the fabric of the city apart, just as Butler foresaw. Butler's future is one where public systems have failed, and corporations step in to exploit the vulnerable. Workers are bound to their employers in company towns, paid in script that locks them into cycles of debt. Now, consider the rise of the gig economy. Delivery drivers, rideshare workers, and warehouse employees struggling to make ends meet in a system that prioritizes corporate profits. Butler's critique of unchecked privatization and the erosion of worker rights feels eerily familiar in 2025. In the novel, President Donner campaigns on the promise of a return to the good old days, dismantling environmental protections and weakening labor laws in the name of nostalgia. Sound familiar? Political slogans like "Make America Great Again" have echoed similar themes. Appealing to fear and longing for an idealized past, Butler's warning is clear. These regressive policies worsen inequality and environmental degradation, leaving the most vulnerable behind. As society collapses in Parable of the Sower, violence becomes a way of life. Armed gangs roam the streets, and self-defense is a necessity. Today, rising crime rates in parts of Los Angeles, fueled by economic instability and social division, feel like a chilling reflection of Butler's world. The erosion of trust in community only deepens the cycle of violence, leaving people to fend for themselves in an increasingly fractured society. But Butler doesn't leave us without hope. At the heart of her novel is resilience. Lauren Olamina's Earthseed philosophy is about adaptation and community building, a vision for humanity that transcends crisis. In Los Angeles today, grassroots movements echo this spirit. Urban farms, climate justice protests, and housing advocacy remind us of the power of collective action. These initiatives are the seeds of a better future, planted in the soil of a struggling city. Parable of the Sower isn't just a story about despair. It's a call to action. Octavia Butler imagined a world that feels strikingly similar to our own in 2025. But she also imagined hope, the possibility of change through community, resilience, and a willingness to adapt. The question is, will we listen to her warning? The future is ours to shape. All that you touch, you change. All that you change changes you. What will you change today?